Look at that goal. That's what this formation brings you guys. I'm not kidding. The best possession-based football in EFC so far. Hello and welcome back to another video. Guys, I have been waiting for coming up with a formation that really feels pretty good in the game. My last video was for, I think, 5-2-2-1 formation, which was pretty good, but again, you know, after some time I kind of started losing a lot of games, and I don't mind losing, but I should not be losing with like the opponent scoring 5 or 6 goals against me, right? That's just humiliation. So here we are with another formation and tactics video just for you. So if you're like me and still struggling to get in the game, this is the formation and tactics that will perfectly benefit you. Now, most of you might know about the 71 depth trick or the loophole in EFC for now, which might be fixed in the later versions, but as of now, it's still there. The thing is, if you put 71 depth, you really feel that your players are pressing all the time automatically, which is really helpful. But if you don't use that right, it could kind of go against you in the sense that, you know, you might just keep pressing and the opponent finds spaces in between your defense or counter attack you. So the formation we're going to discuss today is the 4-2-3-1 formation, and why this formation is really important and really good in the game is because it blends together with that high depth with automatic pressure along with the possession based football. So as you see here, my depth is 71 and my width for defense as well as offense is just around 15. The reason being, this is anyway a formation where your players tend to go wide, and I want to keep them as close as possible so that I would get a lot of passing options. And trust me guys, I've played with this formation. It really feels like possession based football. Like you have so many options all the time. The only thing in this formation which you need to be careful about is do not always rush when you're attacking. It's not fast build up, so your players might take a little bit more time to settle into positions, but most often they'll be trying to come closer to you to give you that passing options, right? So be careful about that. Whenever you feel, you know, you're being crowded, you're being surrounded, just pass back, because you will have players to do that. Do not always rush. I'm repeating that. With that, let's see the player instructions. So for the striker, I have central and get in behind. Nothing special there. We just want one person ahead to take those runs behind the opponents. For the cam, the central cam or the central second striker, we have everything to be default except for the interceptions. So for him, the interceptions are aggressive. The interceptions will also be aggressive for your other two cams or the left winger, right winger, whomsoever you want to play with. It'd be better if you play with fast strikers / wingers on those positions. Rashford, Dembele. By the way, I packed all of these players. There's absolutely no one in the team right now whom I've bought. So good luck to you if you get these cards, but these cards are really effective in these positions, Rashford and Dembele. And for the instructions, both of them will be coming back on defense, right? And the support for crosses and position freedom is on default. With Tonali and Declan Rice, which are your two center mids or center defensive mids, we'll be going by our original style, tight mark, and instead of cut passing lanes, and stay back while attacking. I put them on conservative interceptions. This is important because I've felt in this game that your CDMs go out of positions very easily if you manually control them, and it's really hard to bring them back to position. And that happens a lot of times also when they're trying to intercept the ball. And if you put this as aggressive, for me even normal was kind of aggressive enough, right? So I had to convert that to conservative so that they try to stay in their positions and do not move much. And you want both of these players to stay in your position because that's how your possession based football will work. So keep in mind that we're not like, we're not telling these guys to kind of take any supporting runs or come short or go inside, nothing like that, right? Most of the things are a default apart from our Rodrigo, who will be getting in behind, right? But the others are all at default, and that kind of gives way for that possession-based football which you're talking about. For defense, everything normal. Carvajal as well as Alaba stay back while attacking. Both the center backs stay back while attacking. Now, here's the thing. There's a new instruction that we're trying, and we have tried so far, and that has really worked nice for me. That is the run type. That is the defensive. Sorry about that. That is the defensive position. Now, defensive positions are stick to position, step up, right? And these are basically always the case where we put them at default, where we want them to just stick to position. But step up has worked really nicely for me. So I encourage you guys to try it out. Here it's basically your defenders are trying to, come up a little bit and mark the opponents. So with the automatic pressure, this tactic really works well because it feels like your player's almost there. And, against the attackers who do quick turns, like Rodrigo, for example, or Messi or whosoever, it's very effective. Trust me. So do give that a try. For all my 4 defenders, I have the defensive position as step up instead of default. And that's pretty much it. Again, the one thing that you need to be careful about is do not rush. That's the only thing you need to take into consideration when you're using this formation and tactics. That being said, let's get into the game. Oh, by the way, this formation also got me to Division 4. I was struggling in the end of Division 5, but this formation really worked well for me. We'll be trying out a few for Champs game because that's kind of like a bit balanced. Sometimes we get really good opponents, sometimes we get average opponents. So it'd be nice to try out the formation in the Champions. So we just got out of an attacking situation, and I want to show you how your players are spread for the passing options now. Look at me, I'm really not rushing at all. I'm just chilling. And Rodrigo is taking the run, right? So you'll get a lot of opportunities like that. You just have to be patient. Good run by Carvajal, right? Almost. And at that instance, you saw how that 71 depth pressure coming into play. And you see the triangle right now? Something we've seen in the 3-4-2-1 formation in our previous videos in FIFA 23. Really, really possession-based football. So right now I called Rashford towards me, right? And that is important at times because you will need to call players towards you at times. So I'm just trying to show this whole play to you, just to show how the possession is working. Another instance of that step up, which I was talking about, that instruction. Good try, good try. Yet again, that step up instruction coming into play beautifully well. Beautiful goal, Rodrigo. So one thing that you might want to say is that, it's fine, everybody can keep possession, but the thing with this formation is that it allows you to keep possession. It really gets difficult to actually keep the ball, right? Look at the pressure that this guy has, but we are able to do that with this formation, which is really good. Good pass, Declan Rice under pressure too. Again, great chance coming up from the possession-based soccer that we're trying to play here. Yet again, you see how we got the ball back in the midfield, and just 1, 2, 3, 4 passing, and we score. Beautiful, Declan Rice. Look at that goal. That's what this formation brings you guys, I'm not kidding. The best possession-based football in EFC so far. Beautiful inception again, Declan Rice. Rodrigo, beautiful finish. First time, great touch, and a good finish in the end. That is what step up brings you, along with this pressure tactics, getting the ball way too easily. And that's Alaba, he's not that quick either. This time, Rodrigo gets his hat-trick. Beautiful goal, very nice run again. The space opened up beautifully, we wanted to shoot with him. He does the job very well. And Declan Rice with that inception again. Rodrigo. R1 dribble. And a finish again. I think this guy is playing so much with high pressure, against which our formation is extremely useful. And we could see how. Wonderful finish again, this time it's Wilson. But great play again. The movement is absolutely amazing. So see the triangle forming there, right there, always. No, not the best of the balls by Rodrigo. So this was one instance where you see my options were covered ahead, right? Another instance for that. So don't rush, do go back. Alright guys, so that's it for the formation. Hopefully I've given you enough clips to generate insights, and hopefully you find this video helpful. Maybe you try this formation out. Let me know in the comments how you found it. I found it really useful. It kind of keeps you in the game even if you're struggling, even if you're behind. So has really worked out fantastically well for me. With that, let's end this video. Hopefully you like this formation and tactics. If you do, please like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time in another video. Goodbye and cheers.